today's first question is, are you satisfied with your job as an interior designer? Which is this question here. I will link the video, which I will put up on YouTube. I will link that to this if anyone needs to find it later on. So you can go to Quora and find this, and the link will take you straight through for those of you that are watching either on Twitch or on YouTube at this time. So, first things first, I think this is a really, really good question to ask because no one really answers it. Are you satisfied with your job as an interior designer? I think you'd have to look at the different aspects of really what part of the interior design job are we talking about. And really for me, I'm going to be honest about it. I'm happy with a lot of it, but I'm not happy with all of it. So the first thing I would probably say is that I didn't start off to be an interior designer, and I think anybody who thinks that they are going to be an interior designer will actually be mistaken. You'll end up doing something else. Always what you think you're going to be, you never are. And I found this really when I first started out when I first started working many moons ago. I didn't really think that I would ever be an interior designer, and in some ways I'm glad I became one, but I don't see myself staying in the industry forever. I think after a certain amount of time, I've been doing it, as I said, for way over a decade now, so it's a long time. But I do think that it's something that you actually have to be satisfied in your life with the job that you are doing. So it's not that you can't change, but I think that you will. There are aspects of it. I was thinking about this. I like the idea of working with people. I've said before on previous videos that it's a service industry and you are serving people, which means that there will be problems. It's not like when I say service, we're not talking about, going to a restaurant and you see someone for a night and that's the end of it and it doesn't matter what happens, you can forget all about them. You're working with people. It's a protracted period of time, so you're going to be working with them for quite some time. So that, I think, is something that is to be taken into consideration. If you are working for somebody else, as in you're working in a business, so you're working in a business which is belonging to another interior designer and you're working as a group, that can be quite fun because you're not going to get bored, you're not going to get lonely, and you are going to effectively be learning the ropes. When you are working for yourself, as I do with your own business, that's when it becomes a little bit more tricky. And why it becomes tricky is because it's up to you to get in all the different clients. I've made videos on this, on ways to get interior design clients, etc. But it is up to you, and it means that you're doing everything from the paperwork, all the filing, all the accounts, all of that. You're getting the clients, you're organizing the builders, you're doing everything. For those people that have families, I don't know how you do it, but you do, and you have help, and you've probably got husband or partner, whoever it is, if you're male or female, helping to pay the bills. But if you're on your own, it's a very different ball game. So whereas I'm satisfied with my job as being an interior designer, I wouldn't say it's the be all and end all, and it's hard work. It means you are getting up early, you are meeting people on site, you're meeting people in different shops and stores, you're traveling around, you've got to be on time, you have to be reliable. It can't be the bus broke down, so sorry, I'm an hour late. That doesn't happen. It can't be I've got a hangover. That isn't happening. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way, sadly. You have to be there, and if not, you won't get another job. That's what if you get things through word of mouth, it's no good. You'll get a reputation. It's like any industry. It's actually a very small industry. Everybody knows everybody else, or at least they've heard of them. So it is just one of those things. So I think it's an interesting one to actually look at. It's an interesting job. I'm satisfied for the moment. I don't necessarily know whether I'll be satisfied forever. I think I'll go on and do different things, and I think I'll end up doing. Going and doing maybe some product work. Who knows?